Okay, this is my third attempt to make this video this morning. My camera just wants to shut off whenever it decides to shut off. Luckily, I haven't started my workout yet because I was just trying to do the intro and the camera just shuts off. I can't afford a new camera. So I got a little upset. It just fucks my whole day up when I can't even get a camera to work so I can make a damn video. Now I'm pissed off. I was in a great mood till 5 seconds ago. Turned on the camera, came over here, started talking, fucking thing shut off. Turned it back on, got everything set, came back over here, started talking, fucking thing shut off. Pardon my language, but you know what? This channel is just 100% real. Every workout I do is real. Everything I post is real. And you know what? If I have to swear once in a while, I'm going to swear. That's just life. Hopefully the camera will continue working now. I was going to delete all these videos because it's a lot of effort and a lot of stress making these videos because of camera issues and things like that. I can't tell you how many times I've been in the middle of a workout and the camera just shuts off. And I'm not going to go through and do an entirely new workout just to make a video. That's why I try to make my videos on my very first workout of the day. Because that way, if the camera screws up, I can correct things, try it on my second workout, and if the camera screws up, I can try it again on my third workout. It's too much stress. It's just too damn much stress for me. Trying to get the video in the first place is too much stress. And then once I get the video, then I have to get it on the computer, and they're all in 5-minute clips. So, you know, the camera saves every 5 minutes. So I have to take all those clips and drop them in the editing program and stitch them all together. That takes an hour. And I have to make sure the audio is right on every clip because some clips the audio is a little lower, some clips the audio is a little higher. I don't get it, but that's what happens. So I have to level out the audio so it's level through the entire video. And I have to make a seamless video. So it's just all one nice seamless video. That takes a long time. Then I have to get it up on YouTube. I have to upload it, which takes a while. Then after I upload it, I have to do all my description and my chapters and all that stuff. And, you know, that takes another hour to do all that, you know, and get everything set up to where YouTube can say, hey, we got a video here. Let's put it out to people. So 2 to 3 hours of doing everything that I need to do, and then turn around and I get 3 views. The only reason I'm making this video today is because a couple of you have requested that I don't delete the videos and that I continue with at least 1 video a week because it inspires you to keep moving. And I do like inspiring people. So even as stressful as it is, I'm going to continue with at least 1 video a week. I'm not going to post my stats anymore as far as my weight and my size and everything. I'm just going to let you see that as we go along. You can tell I'm thinner than I was when I started. You can tell by my workout that I'm stronger than I was when I started. All these people out there saying that you can't burn fat and gain muscle at the same time, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. If you're a bodybuilder and you're bulking all the time and then you have to do what they call a cut, where you have to drastically reduce your calories in order to burn off all that fat so you can look lean and trim and everything, then sure. You just have to exercise to maintain what you have, because you're not going to build any new muscle while you're in that much of a calorie deficit. But if you're in a 300 or 400 calorie deficit, like I am, you can still build muscle while you're burning fat. You're not going to burn as fat. You're not going to burn fat as fast as a bodybuilder does. A bodybuilder can lose like 30 pounds of fat in a couple of months. You're not going to burn that much fat unless you're taking a pill or taking a shot or something like that. Me, I'm burning fat pretty rapidly. It hasn't even been 3 full months yet. And I'm pretty happy with my results. So Friday I was doing 15 reps. Today we're increasing to 20 reps, which means I have to set the weights down more often, because that's a lot. And my pants are falling down again, and that's okay. So we're gonna get busy here. Like I said, I'm not going to post my stats anymore. You can see the results of my exercising. You can see my stomach's getting smaller. It's still going to take a while longer for this stomach to go completely away, but it's getting there. And I'm extremely proud of myself when I look in the mirror and I see that I've lost more inches, and I'm not going to measure myself anymore. I'm going to keep track of my weight because I have to. But I'm not going to measure myself anymore. I can tell just by looking at myself in the mirror, I've lost inches again this week. And that to me is all that matters. I don't need to put a tape measure around myself every week to see if I've lost an inch or if I've gained an inch or anything else, because right now I know I'm losing fat. And the simple fact of the matter is that and I'm on a high protein, high fat diet, well, low fat, high protein, low carb diet. And I know, just from weighing myself, if I eat, for example, if I weigh a certain amount on Friday and I eat some carbs on Saturday, when I weigh myself on Sunday, I'm going to be up a couple pounds. And that's not because I'm storing fat. It's because carbs hold on to water. You can eat one donut and gain 3 pounds thinking that you just added 3 pounds of fat to your body. If you're strict with your diet all week long and you have one donut on Saturday and when you get on the scale on Sunday you're up 3 pounds, guess what? You didn't store 3 pounds of fat from a 4-ounce donut. That's impossible. You ate carbs and your body's holding on to water. And as long as you get back on your diet on Sunday, if you have a donut on Saturday and you get right back on your diet on Sunday, you're going to notice on Monday you're pissing like crazy because you're pissing out all that water. Those carbs are gone by Monday. You're pissing out all that water and the scale's going to drop dramatically again. So don't freak out if you eat a single donut on one day and you gain 3 pounds. You're just holding on to water because that's what carbs do. All right, I had to calm down a little bit because my camera shut off 3 times. Now it seems to be functioning just fine. I don't know what's going on with it, but hopefully it won't shut off in the middle of my workout. I do have to set the weights down more often, but that's because I'm doing 20 reps. So, and again, 40-pound dumbbells, you know that. So, let's get going here. That hand is still hurting. That's a lot. That's a lot of reps. It's a lot of reps. But you can see the strength gain. Oh, let me tell you guys, I can feel that. I can feel that. That's it's a lot more than 15. My physical therapist told me that he has never in his entire career seen anybody over the age of 45 who's never lifted weights before build this much strength this fast. And I told him, I said, my entire life I was a physical laborer. Did construction. My main thing was tree service work. I worked in Colorado. Did tree service work. During the winter months, I would always go south and take on a construction job, or, you know, shoveling ditches, whatever I could. So I've always been a physical laborer my entire life, growing up on a farm, throwing bales of hay, digging ditches, cutting firewood, building sheds. I've always been a hard physical laborer. So I think my body just remembers that. And he said, that's probably true. But he said, even though he works with athletes for the most part, he said even athletes have a difficult time rebuilding the strength that they used to have, and it's only been 6 months since they got injured, or a year since they got injured. And he said, because I've been sitting on my ass for 10 years with a neck injury, basically doing nothing, he's just blown away at the amount of strength I'm building as fast as I'm building it. It hasn't even been 3 months yet. He expected me to be doing 5 reps for months before I could progress to 10. And then he expected me to do 10 reps for months before I could progress to 15. He said he expected it to take a year for me to get to where I'm doing 20 reps with 40-pound dumbbells. So we're not even 3 full months in yet. He said he expected it to take a year. And he said that here real soon, we're going to have to up my weights, because once you get to where you're doing 20, that may be difficult at first, but a short time into doing 20, pretty soon it just becomes repetitious. Your body gets used to it, and you're not building strength anymore, you're building puff. And he knows I don't want to just build puff. I want to continue with my strength gains. So he knows where I'm at. And he said that by the end of July here, we might have to increase my weights so that I can start doing like 5 reps again and really straining my muscles. He said that I will get more muscle, more strength gained from doing 5 heavy reps than I will doing 20 lighter reps. I don't know anything about that shit. I'm not a bodybuilder or a gym bro or anything, so I don't understand any of that. I just have to go by what he tells me. All right, I've rested long enough now. I think I can do my lats and my squats and my triceps. Oh man, that took it out of me. I told you I'm going to have to set the weights down more. My arms are rubber right now. Literally just rubber. And if I can't hold them steady, I can't do my squats. So that's another thing. My legs are on fire because I'm doing 20 squats now too. So my legs are literally on fire all the time. So let me tell you, after doing 3 sets of those, I have to rest for about an hour before I can even attempt to get on my motorcycle. So remember, we do extra triceps because we're only using one weight. All right, guys. One video a week from now on. And I hope you stay inspired. Hope you keep moving. And I'll see you next week.